All right, so ready to ditch those expensive gym memberships.
Haha. Look at
Let's dive into a deep dive all about building an effective workout at home for weight loss.
Right.
You shared a link to an article from website name
Yeah.
called Home Workout Routine for Weight Loss, Get Fit at Home.
Mm-hmm.
And honestly, I'm super intrigued.
Yeah.
I mean, who wouldn't love to turn their living room into like a fitness haven?
Right into their own little gym.
Especially when it promises to help us reach those weight loss goals.
Yeah, what's fascinating about this article is that it tackles this misconception that you need a fancy gym to get results.
Totally.
It emphasizes that consistency trumps complexity every time.
I love that.
Mm.
It really speaks to that idea of making fitness more accessible and sustainable,
Right.
which is something I know a lot of us struggle with.
Totally.
It's not about those crazy 2-hour gym sessions,
Right.
It's about finding ways to fit movement into our everyday lives.
Exactly. And that's where body weight exercises, which this article highlights, really shine.
Okay.
They're incredibly effective for engaging multiple muscle groups, boosting metabolism, and building strength and endurance, all without any equipment.
Okay, so walk me through some of the examples they give.
Sure.
Like, what are some of these magical body weight moves that can help us transform our bodies right in our living rooms?
Well, they talk about the classics.
Okay.
Push-ups, squats, and planks.
Yeah.
Push-ups are a fantastic compound exercise that works your chest, shoulders, and triceps.
Okay.
Squats target your legs and glutes.
Mm-hmm.
And planks are amazing for strengthening your core, back, and shoulders.
That makes sense. But, I've tried push-ups before.
Right.
And I'm not going to lie, I struggled.
Yeah.
Are there any modifications or variations for those of us who maybe aren't at that level yet?
Absolutely.
Okay.
The article briefly mentions modifications, but let me expand on that.
Please.
You can start with wall push-ups
Okay.
or incline push-ups using a sturdy surface like a table or a bench. These variations reduce the load, making the exercise more accessible while you build strength.
Okay.
As you progress, you can gradually lower the incline until you're able to perform standard push-ups.
That's really helpful. It's all about finding that starting point that works for you.
Exactly.
And gradually challenging yourself as you get stronger, right?
Exactly. And the same principle applies to squats.
Okay.
If you're new to squats, start with chair squats.
Okay.
Stand in front of a chair with your feet hip-width apart. Lower yourself as if you're about to sit down.
Okay.
Lightly tap the chair with your glutes and then stand back up.
Got it.
This helps you master the form before progressing to full squats.
I love how these exercises can be adapted for different fitness levels.
Right.
It makes at-home workouts feel much more approachable and less intimidating.
Yeah.
But even with these variations, isn't there a risk of getting bored?
Sure.
How can we keep things interesting and avoid those dreaded workout plateaus?
The article touches on this with their optional add-on Make It Fun section.
Okay.
But let's dig a little deeper.
Yeah.
Variety is key.
Okay.
Just like with any fitness routine, you want to challenge your body in different ways to see continuous progress.
Right.
And keep yourself engaged.
Yeah.
The article suggests incorporating cardio, strength training, and flexibility.
I'm all for mixing it up.
Yeah.
What kind of cardio moves can we do at home besides running in place?
Yeah.
Which honestly feels a bit monotonous after a while.
They mention jumping jacks,
Okay.
high knees, and mountain climbers.
Yeah.
All excellent choices for getting your heart rate up and burning calories in a small space.
Mm-hmm.
But it doesn't have to stop there.
Okay.
You can dance, jump rope,
Yeah.
do a quick HIIT routine, anything that gets you moving and elevates your heart rate.
I love the idea of dancing it out.
Me too.
It definitely feels less like a workout and more like a fun activity.
Right.
Now, when it comes to strength training, we talked about those body weight staples.
Yes.
But can we add resistance without actual weights?
Absolutely.
Okay, good.
And this is where the article's tip about using household items as weights comes in.
Okay.
Think water bottles, laundry detergent jugs,
What?
even heavy books.
Okay.
By incorporating these everyday objects into your routine,
Yeah.
you can add resistance to squats, lunges, bicep curls, tricep extensions.
Yeah.
The possibilities are endless.
Okay. That's genius.
Mm-hmm.
I never thought about using laundry detergent as a weight.
Uh-huh.
But it makes so much sense.
Right.
It's all about getting creative and resourceful, right?
Precisely. You don't need a fancy gym or expensive equipment to build strength.
Okay.
It's about understanding the principles of resistance training
Yeah.
and finding ways to apply them using what you have available.
And what about flexibility?
Sure.
The article mentions stretching, but doesn't really go into detail.
Right.
What kind of stretches are beneficial for at-home workouts?
They recommend child's pose, standing forward fold, and cat-cow pose.
Okay.
These stretches target different muscle groups and help improve overall flexibility, reduce muscle soreness, and prevent injuries.
Right.
But you can explore other stretches as well, like hamstring stretches, quad stretches, and hip flexor stretches, depending on what feels good for your body.
So we've got cardio, strength training, and flexibility covered.
Right.
It sounds like we're building a pretty well-rounded at-home workout here. But let's be real.
Sure.
Even with the most enjoyable routine, there are days when motivation dips.
Oh, yeah, totally.
I'm definitely guilty of choosing Netflix over squats sometimes. What does the article suggest for those blah days when we just can't seem to get ourselves moving?
It's all about finding ways to reframe exercise as something enjoyable and integrated into your life. Not just a dreaded chore. This is where that optional add-on make it fun section really shines.
Oh, I like where this is going.
Yeah.
Tell me more.
Well, it suggests brainstorming activities you already enjoy.
Okay.
And finding ways to make them more physically active. Maybe you love dancing.
Yeah.
Put on your favorite playlist and have a solo dance party in your living room.
I love it.
If you enjoy gardening, turn it into a mini workout by adding squats or lunges while you're tending to your plants.
Okay.
Or if you have kids, chase them around the park or play tag. It's all about finding ways to move your body that feel good and don't feel like a forced workout.
That's such a great point. It's about shifting our mindset and finding joy in movements.
Exactly.
But what about those days when even fun activities feel like a chore? Like when the couch is calling your name and you just can't seem to muster the energy to get up?
Well, the article highlights the importance of setting mini goals and celebrating small wins. It's about building momentum and acknowledging your progress, which can boost your confidence and keep you motivated.
I love that. It's not about aiming for perfection or comparing ourselves to others. It's about recognizing our own efforts and celebrating the small victories along the way.
Totally.
But beyond those motivational strategies, are there any practical tips for making those workouts happen?
Yeah.
You know, for those of us who struggle with actually getting started.
The article mentions the power of creating a routine by scheduling workouts like important appointments. Think about it.
Okay.
You wouldn't skip a doctor's appointment or a meeting with your boss, right? So why treat your workouts any differently? By blocking off that time in your calendar and treating it as a non-negotiable commitment, you're more likely to stick to it.
That's a game changer. I've never thought about it that way before. It's about prioritizing our health and making those workouts a non-negotiable part of our schedule.
Precisely. It's about shifting our mindset and recognizing that our health and well-being are worthy of that dedicated time and attention. And it doesn't have to be a huge time commitment either. The article emphasizes that even short bursts of exercise can have significant benefits.
That's so reassuring. It makes at-home workouts feel much more manageable, especially for those of us with busy schedules. But even with all these great tips, I think it's natural to wonder, is this really going to work for me? So I wanted to dive into the article's FAQ section, which addresses some common questions and concerns.
Great idea. Those FAQs often provide valuable insights and address those lingering doubts we might have.
Totally.
What's the first question you have in mind?
One question that immediately caught my eye is, can I really lose weight with home workouts alone? I know we've touched on this, but it's worth exploring further, especially since this is a common concern for people considering ditching the gym.
Absolutely. And the article provides a clear and reassuring answer.
Okay.
When combined with a balanced diet, consistent home workouts can absolutely lead to weight loss. It emphasizes that it's not about quick fixes or magic solutions. It's about creating sustainable lifestyle changes that support your health and well-being.
I appreciate that emphasis on sustainability. It's not about crash diets or extreme workout regimens. It's about finding a balanced approach that you can stick with for the long haul.
Exactly.
But even with that understanding, I think another question that often pops up is, how soon will I see results?
Totally.
It's natural to want to see those efforts reflected in the mirror.
Of course, and the article addresses this question head-on,
That's a good.
while individual results vary.
Yeah.
The article explains that many people experience improvements in energy and mood within the first 2 weeks. Visible changes in body composition often take a bit longer, usually around 4 to 6 weeks.
So it's about being patient and understanding that sustainable change takes time.
Exactly.
It's not about overnight transformation,
Right.
but rather a gradual and rewarding journey.
Exactly. And speaking of journeys,
Yeah.
this conversation feels like a great starting point
Okay.
for creating an effective and enjoyable at-home workout plan.
Yeah.
We've covered the importance of consistency, variety, finding activities you love, and setting realistic expectations. Now it's about taking those insights
Right.
and applying them to your unique needs and goals.
I love that. We've laid the groundwork for a truly personalized fitness journey.
We have.
But before we get ahead of ourselves, let's take a quick break to process all this amazing information.
Okay.
When we come back, we'll dive deeper into the specific workout routines and nutrition tips outlined in the article.
Sounds great.
All right, we're back, and I am ready to break a sweat.
Let's do it.
We've talked about the big picture of at-home workouts.
Right.
But now I'm itching to get into like the nitty-gritty.
Okay.
What does a typical workout routine look like according to this article?
It's actually structured quite well, starting with a warm-up.
Okay.
It suggests things like marching in place, arm circles, and torso twists.
Yeah.
All simple movements, but effective for increasing blood flow and loosening up the joints before diving into the more intense stuff.
Oh, yeah. I've definitely been guilty of skipping warm-ups in the past,
Right.
but I've learned the hard way that those few minutes make a world of difference.
They do.
A few aches and pains quickly taught me that lesson.
Yeah, you got to think of it like waking up your muscles gently.
Right.
And, sometimes a little warm-up dance party can really set the mood for a great workout.
Okay, now we're talking. So after we've warmed up those muscles, what's next?
The article then dives into the cardio section.
Okay.
It emphasizes proper form over speed with classics like jumping jacks, high knees, and mountain climbers.
Yeah.
And it really stresses the importance of engaging the right muscles
Okay.
rather than just flailing around.
I can see how that would be important, especially when it comes to avoiding injuries.
Right.
But I'm curious,
Yeah.
why is proper form so crucial for cardio specifically? I've always thought it was more about getting your heart rate up.
You're right. Getting your heart rate up is key for cardio. But proper form ensures you're targeting the intended muscle groups and maximizing the efficiency of each movement.
Right.
For example, when doing jumping jacks, you want to make sure your arms and legs are moving in coordination.
Okay.
And you're landing softly to protect your joints.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
It's about quality over quantity.
Exactly.
Making sure each rep counts.
And when you focus on proper form,
Yeah.
you also improve your body awareness, which can carry over to other areas of your life.
Okay. So we've warmed up and gotten our heart pumping with cardio.
Right. What about strength training?
Yeah.
We talked about those awesome bodyweight exercises.
Yes.
But the article also mentions using household items as weights. Can you give me some specific examples of how to incorporate those?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Let's take squats, for example.
Yeah.
You can hold water bottles or laundry detergent jugs for added resistance.
Okay.
For bicep curls, you can use soup cans or water bottles. And for tricep extensions, you can use a heavy book or a gallon jug of water.
This is blowing my mind. I never thought of my pantry as a weight rack before.
The article really encourages readers to get creative.
Yeah.
You can also use a sturdy chair for tricep dips,
Okay.
a backpack filled with books for weighted squats,
Oh, wow.
or even a towel for sliding lunges on a smooth floor.
See, this is what I love about at-home workouts. It's all about adaptability and resourcefulness.
Totally.
It's like turning your house into a fitness playground.
That's a great way to put it.
Yeah. And remember, as you get stronger, you can always increase the weight or resistance by using heavier objects or adding more repetitions.
So we've covered cardio and strength training.
Yes.
What about the cool down?
Yeah.
Is that something the article emphasizes?
Yes, it dedicates an entire section to the importance of cooling down after a workout.
Okay, good.
It suggests stretching for 5 to 10 minutes, focusing on poses like child's pose, standing forward fold, and cat-cow pose.
Why is stretching so crucial after a workout? I'll admit, sometimes I'm in a rush and skip it altogether.
Right.
Is that a bad habit?
It's definitely worth making time for.
Okay.
Stretching helps improve flexibility, reduce muscle soreness, and prevent injuries.
Right.
When your muscles are warm after a workout, they're more pliable and receptive to stretching.
So it's like a reward for those hardworking muscles.
Exactly.
A way to show them some love after putting them through their paces.
That's a great way to think about it.
Yeah.
Stretching also helps bring your heart rate down gradually. Okay. And promotes relaxation after an intense session.
Okay, I'm convinced.
Okay.
No more skipping the cool down for me. Now let's shift gears and talk about the fuel that powers these amazing at-home workouts.
Okay.
Nutrition.
Yes.
What are some of the key takeaways from the article when it comes to aligning our diet with our fitness goals?
The article doesn't promote any fad diets or restrictive eating plans.
Okay.
Which is refreshing.
Yeah.
Instead, it emphasizes the importance of a balanced and sustainable approach to nutrition.
Okay.
It suggests focusing on whole, unprocessed foods, including plenty of fruits, vegetables, lean proteins, and healthy fats.
That makes sense. It's about nourishing our bodies with the nutrients they need to perform at their best.
Exactly. And it's not about deprivation or cutting out entire food groups.
Right.
It's about making mindful choices that support your overall health and well-being.
So what would a typical meal look like based on the article's recommendations?
Imagine a plate filled with colorful veggies, a lean protein source like grilled chicken or fish, and a complex carbohydrate like brown rice or quinoa.
Yeah.
It's about creating a balance of nutrients that provide sustained energy, support muscle recovery, and keep you feeling satisfied.
That sounds delicious and definitely doable.
Yeah.
But what about those times when cravings strike?
Sure.
Does the article offer any tips for healthy snacking?
Absolutely. It suggests swapping out those processed snacks for nutrient-rich options like nuts, seeds, Greek yogurt, or fruit.
Okay.
It's about finding healthier alternatives that satisfy those cravings without derailing your progress.
So it's not about being perfect,
Right.
but about making conscious choices most of the time.
Exactly.
And speaking of conscious choices, what about hydration?
Yeah.
I know it's important, but does the article offer any specific guidelines?
It emphasizes the importance of staying hydrated throughout the day, especially before, during, and after workouts. It suggests keeping a water bottle handy and sipping on it regularly rather than waiting until you're thirsty.
That's a great reminder. Sometimes I get so caught up in my day that I forget to drink enough water.
Yeah, I know.
But why is hydration so crucial, especially when it comes to fitness?
Water plays a vital role in regulating body temperature.
Right.
Transporting nutrients. And lubricating joints.
Yeah.
When you're exercising. You lose water through sweat, so it's essential to replenish those fluids to maintain optimal performance and prevent dehydration.
Okay, I'm definitely making a mental note to prioritize hydration.
Good.
It seems like such a simple thing, but it makes a huge difference.
It really does.
Yeah.
And it's something you can easily incorporate into your daily routine.
We've covered a lot of ground today.
Yeah, we have.
From workout routines to nutrition tips. It feels like we've built a solid foundation for creating an effective and sustainable at-home fitness plan. But before we wrap up this deep dive, I wanted to circle back to something you mentioned earlier. The mental and emotional aspects of fitness.
Right.
We've talked about motivation.
Yeah.
But what about mindset? Does the article touch on that at all?
It definitely emphasizes the importance of a positive mindset and self-compassion.
Okay.
It encourages readers to focus on progress, not perfection.
Yeah.
And to celebrate their achievements along the way.
I love that.
Yeah.
It's not about striving for some unattainable ideal.
Right.
But about recognizing our own efforts and appreciating how far we've come.
Exactly. It's about embracing the journey and finding joy in the process.
Right.
Rather than getting caught up in self-criticism or comparison.
That's such a powerful message. It's about shifting our focus from what we lack to what we're gaining.
Yeah.
Strength, confidence, a sense of accomplishment.
Exactly.
And that positive mindset can ripple out into other areas of your life.
Totally.
Creating a more fulfilling and empowered experience.
Absolutely.
This has been such an insightful conversation.
It has.
We've covered so much ground and gained so much practical advice for creating a successful at-home fitness journey.
It's been a pleasure exploring these ideas with you.
Absolutely. Okay, we're back and ready to wrap up our deep dive into building an effective at-home workout for weight loss.
Yeah, it's been quite a journey, you know.
It really has.
Exploring how we can turn our homes into fitness havens.
Exactly.
Without the need for fancy equipment or expensive gym memberships.
Absolutely. And you know what really stood out to me?
Yeah, what's that?
It's the emphasis on making fitness a sustainable part of our lives.
Right.
It's not about, you know,
Yeah.
those intense boot camps or restrictive diets
Right.
that leave us feeling burnt out and discouraged.
Yeah, totally.
It's about finding joy in movement and making choices that nourish our bodies and minds.
I couldn't agree more.
Yeah.
The article highlights the importance of consistency
Yeah.
over complexity.
Totally.
It's about showing up for ourselves day after day.
I love that.
Even if it's just for 15 or 20 minutes,
Yeah.
those small efforts accumulate over time and lead to incredible results.
And I love how the article encourages us to find activities we genuinely enjoy.
Right.
Whether it's dancing in our living rooms, going for a hike in nature, or turning everyday chores into mini workouts.
Yeah.
It's all about moving our bodies in ways that feel good and sustainable.
That's what makes all the difference.
Right.
When we enjoy our workouts, we're more likely to stick with them long term.
Exactly.
And that's where those amazing weight loss results come from.
Speaking of results,
Yeah.
let's talk about those FAQs we touched on earlier.
Sure.
I know a lot of us are curious about how long it takes to see those changes.
Right.
What does the article say about that?
It emphasizes that results vary from person to person,
Okay.
but many people experience a boost in energy and mood within the first 2 weeks. Yeah.
Visible changes in body composition often take a bit longer, usually around 4 to 6 weeks.
So it's not about overnight transformations,
Right.
but rather a gradual and sustainable journey,
Exactly.
which is actually a good thing.
Totally.
Because it means we're creating healthy habits that will last a lifetime.
Exactly. It's about progress, not perfection.
Now, before we wrap up this deep dive,
Okay.
I want to leave our listener with a final thought.
Okay.
Something to spark their creativity and personalize this journey even further.
Ooh, I love these final thoughts.
Remember that tip about using household items as weights?
Yes.
Well, I encourage you to take it a step further. Think outside the box.
Okay.
What other creative gym equipment can you find in your home?
I love that challenge.
Maybe it's a sturdy chair for tricep dips,
Right.
a backpack filled with books for weighted squats, or a towel for sliding lunges on a smooth floor.
Yes.
Turn your home into a playground of fitness possibilities. What a fantastic way to end this deep dive. I'm feeling inspired already.
That's it for today's deep dive.
Awesome.
Remember, you have the power to transform your body and your life right in the comfort of your own home.
You do.
So get creative, get moving, and most importantly, have fun.
Absolutely.
Until next time, keep exploring, keep learning, and keep those at-home workouts rocking.